Good morning and happy hump day, folks. And let me tell you, my low is a combination of things. For starters, remember that construction I told you yesterday? It's still going on. I can see one of the trucks outside my window. And I'm on the second story of this apartment building. And I can see it. That's insane. On top of that, hold on a second. I gotta show you something. I'll be right back. How does this fall off? Okay, so I got this phone charger that's in my room, right? This is the end that's supposed to go in the phone. How does it fall off? Like, I literally woke up this morning and it was gone. What happened? And I got to throw it away. I'll do that a little bit later. And on top of that, it's like almost 10:30 in the morning. I'm completely procrastinating on getting my video started. I was being so lazy and procrastinating today. It's unbelievable. But I do have a hobby, and that was watching some of the acts from last night's episode of America's Got Talent. Last night's episode of America's Got Talent was awesome. Can't wait to talk about more. And then my act of kindness was I carried something in for somebody, as well as I did something for someone yesterday. I don't want to get into too much into what it is, but but that was my act of kindness. I don't know if you can hear, but there's a jackhammer going on outside. Like jackhammering, trucks starting and stopping, that backing up sound, beep, 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 beep. Like, I'm hearing that. Oh my God. I mean, the sad part is, I don't really mind those sounds, but there's something to be said about having those sounds be the thing that wakes you up in the morning. Well, I guess there's no better time to talk about America's Got Talent than right now. So, first of all, hold on. Gotta talk about Mama Duke. Mama Duke was awesome. Like, she's already got like an instant hit right there. It was incredible. Let's see. I can put my notes back up a little more. Mo Show's cat rap. That was awesome. It's a lot of fun. Oh my God, Mastermind. Okay, so at this point, you guys have probably seen me enough to know that I can't stand everyone's overusage of AI, because I think AI is how we're going to get Skynet, and Skynet will take over the world. And when Skynet does take over the world, I hope it goes after the people who use AI a lot, because you know what, they deserve it. Point is, I'm not a fan of AI, but using it as a tool in an act for America's Got Talent for magic, like, okay, like that's something I can get behind. Okay, what Astrid, her act, that was awesome. Wes P getting naked again from LB. Yeah, listen, I'm definitely a lot more comfortable in my body now than I was years ago. I don't know if I'd ever be quite that comfortable enough to be naked in front of a crowd of people. Just saying. Let's see, Steve Ray, Ladson, he was really awesome. He was great. But there's two acts I want to pay special mind to. First is this one 13-year-old kid named Chase Barnes, who who, like, get this, the kid was playing the drums since he was 4, and just in the last 2 years, so he's 13 now, so when he was 11, he taught himself how to play guitar, which is already impressive. That's really cool. And he won the crowd over with an Ed Sheeran song, which nobody loves. What was the name of the song again? Hold on, let me find it. Life Goes On, okay. Life Goes On by Ed Sheeran. Alright. Yeah, Life Goes On by Ed Sheeran. And that was good. But here's the thing. He did one song, but the judges thought he was nervous. So, they made him do Life Goes On by Ed Sheeran. He was great. I mean, Mel wasn't all too impressed. She thought maybe Chase needed one more year to hone his craft and be less nervous and then try again. But he got 3 yeses. So we got to move on. I can tell you why this kid was nervous right now. Because he literally went up after not only the best act of the night, but probably the best act I've seen so far. In fact, I think this act I'm about to tell you about is going to be in the finale. I think it's a top 10 act right there. First of all, it's these 4 guys, these 4 elderly gentlemen. They gotta be in their late 50s, early 60s. That's how old they are. And they're called the Funketeers, which I like that name. That name is awesome. No one uses the word funk enough, By the way, I'm saying F-U-N-K. Not that other word, okay? Don't you try and manipulate what I'm saying, okay? I know what I'm saying. So, first of all, 4 old guys, they're the Funketeers, and they're awesome. And here's their story. The first time they got together was for a high school talent show. And they did it because, they wanted to get the girls. Which, yeah, that's what guys do. That's what guys did back then, They did crazy stuff like that to get a girlfriend. And it was funny, they mentioned that, and then one of the wives of the Funketeers was I'm one of those girls. That was actually really cute. I like that. And they won the talent show. And the last time they had gotten together, they've done acts a lot, but the last time they got together to perform was in 1989 for one of the Funketeers' wedding, I think is what they said. Which, let's see, 1989. That's 36 years. That is 36 years since they last, I say performed. I'm sure in that time they probably got together to dance and work on their choreography. I mean, listen, there's plenty of bands that, don't perform on stage for, a bunch of years at a time. That doesn't mean they're not working on their craft. That doesn't mean they quit. They're probably worked on. They clearly did stuff in these last 36 years to stay in touch with what they were able to do. Because, my God, they killed it. They absolutely killed it, man. I'm telling you right now, the Funketeers are going to be one of the top 11 acts in the finale. I'm calling, I hope so. America's got to go for that. But remember I said, Chase Varnes, the 13-year-old guitar player, went on after these guys, and that's why he was nervous? I mean, going on after those guys just on their own, that would make anyone nervous, no matter how old you are. Here's the thing. The Funketeers got a golden buzzer. So that really made Chase Varnes nervous. You could literally tell, because the camera's cutting to how he's acting as he's about to go on, and you can tell it's Like, he's like, how am I supposed to follow that? How am I supposed to follow that? I mean, to Chase's credit, he did well. Absolutely, he did very well. But following an act like that, that's insanity. That is sheer, unadulterated insanity. And I loved every second of both acts. I really did. But here's what's funny. I said it was a golden buzzer, right? Simon Cowell was about maybe 30 seconds away from pressing the golden buzzer. But this is what's funny. The GOAT himself, Terry Crews, does the golden buzzer instead. But normally when Terry Crews does a golden buzzer, he'll be like, okay, imagine like what you're looking at is like the America's Got Talent stage. And Terry Crews is coming out, I think it's like here, I'm Terry Crews coming out on stage, like, hold on guys, I gotta be the one to do the buzzer. Basically that's how he does the golden buzzer usually, right? No, what he does is he goes around backstage, around like pretty much going around the entire auditorium from the outside of the auditorium, goes into the front door, comes up behind the judges, and then he's like, you guys are my heroes. You are my golden buzzer. And then everyone goes nuts. One of the guys, actually this is funny, hold on, I gotta show you this. One of the Funketeer dancers is literally like you just couldn't believe that happened. It was awesome. Oh gosh. That was great. I mean, again, that's probably one of the best acts we're going to see this year. I should probably say what the Funketeers did. Their dance moves. It was I know it seems rather pretentious to say, but there are times when you watch people dance, it's like you're looking at art. You think dance maybe you're like this, maybe doing, but no, I wish I could show you that. I can't do any of those dance moves. Their legs are moving ways where yes, I know the human body is capable of moving like this. I took kinesiology, I know that. But to actually see these guys dance, it was like watching something out of what Michael Jackson used to do. Or Usher. Good Lord, these guys are incredible. In virtually every sense of the word. I feel for Chase Farms going on after those guys. Because, good Lord, how are you supposed to go on after that? If I'm, listen, I would still go on stage, I'd still do whatever talent I was going to do, I'd still do the best job I can. But a part of me deep down would be thinking, well, looks like I gotta go follow that. Here goes. My gosh. Oh man. So yeah, the Funketeers. Terry Crews' golden buzzer. Listen, I'm sure there have been plenty of other acts that I've seen that are gonna be really great. But for now, I'm gonna say that those four guys they're the ones to be for the whole show. I'm gonna call it right here. The Funketeers are the four guys to beat. I really do feel that way. And it was great. When after an act on America's Got Talent is done, they'll walk out of the auditorium and there'll be a crowd or someone there to cheer on, family or friends or whatever. They did that here. the Funketeers leave the auditorium, leave backstage, and now it's their families, their wives, their kids, all that. They're hugging, they're kissing, they're having fun. They're celebrating as they should. But then it cut to a really heartfelt, sweet moment where it showed a picture of the Funketeers at that very first talent show when apparently there were 5 guys. Which leads me to believe that at some point, a member of the Funketeers probably passed away. That's worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, sadly, the Funketeers were 5 guys, one of them passed away, now it's 4. Hopefully it's just, obviously I hope that doesn't happen. Maybe it's just like, sorry, the construction outside is brutal right now. Anyway, maybe they just had a falling out. Maybe one of them moved too far away or something. I don't know. But it really was sweet to see, these are high school friends. They've known each other for probably, 50 years maybe? Close to it. And they still had their performance the way they did. The best acts on America's Got Talent, at least I've seen over the years, are ones that you're able to root for this group, not because of what talent they do, but there's a story. I guess that is how technically reality TV works. You feel for them. You feel for their story. You feel you know where they come from. You know what the stakes are. And you just wind up rooting for them. Yeah, I know, reality TV is a force that I know isn't necessarily for good, but if reality TV was heartfelt stuff like this, I think people would complain a lot less. But that's just me. I hope you like this video. If you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow on social media. As always, I'm your only video for all you guys watching Joe Fadimo. We have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, folks. And remember, if you guys want to talk to me, we're here to let me know who's back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.